I'm Jash, and welcome back to another episode of Jash Reads, the series where we read a book cover to cover, discuss it chapter by chapter, and also, craft stuff in Minecraft. So, yay! Okay, did I put the arm brace on right? Hang on, I'm still messing with my lovely arm brace, so yay! Yeah. It was a little busy week this time around. It was a bunch of doctor's appointments, mainly just physical therapy appointments. Went to see the dentist, got told I need to floss, going to try to floss more. So, fun times. And to sort of celebrate the fact that I've now had 2 days in a row to sleep in a little, I decided to try to sleep in as long as possible, so I got up around 2 in the afternoon. And tomorrow I'm going to start waking up around noon again, because I guess my quote-unquote weekend is over. Hang on. Let me check my Kindle, just if I have to restart it. I'd like to know that now. Okay, everything's working. Okay. Now, before we actually get started with the whole reading, we are continuing to read Animorphs number 13, The Change by K.A. Applegate. Whew. We're going to look what room we're going to spiff up this time around. Okay. This looks like a good one to change up a little bit. I mean, this would be a great room if I was playing like in survival, but I am not, so who cares? So I'll just destroy all these little shelves and chests, and then we'll start with the reading. Hey! I will not do anything bee related here. I'll control myself. So let's get a nice little torch here. So yeah, nothing much really happened this week, which is a really good thing. Let's see, I got playing Skyrim yesterday, and I got the not yesterday. Yesterday was Alan Wake, but oh, shitsu. Did not mean to do that. So let's get some dark wood here. Okay, it's like, why is that room there? I don't remember encountering it before. We are going to have so much fun. So much fun. But yeah, the Skyrim bug I encountered yesterday was going along the Thieves Guild quest line, having a bunch of fun, because I really do love that quest line. I love the story. It is amazing. But then Carlisle is supposed to open this gate so you can take this oath to Nocturnal. I forgot what controls this. But the thing is, the bug was that Carlisle would not open the gate. She'd walk over to it, forget what she was doing, and then walk out of the sanctum. So that was the opposite of fun. It was not good. And so I ended up having to look up, how to fix the bug, because unlike the purification quests, which is you're basically curing some people from, being a werewolf. I really did want to finish this quest line, because finishing the quest line meant some really good perks, in the future. So, yippee. Yeah, that was just the opposite of fun. I found out the way to solve that problem in case, you encounter it in your playthrough. You have to, after Carlisle says, okay, we're taking the oath now, you have to continually get her talking so that Brianolf will walk to where he's supposed to. Then, right before she gets on the steps, you have to, wait like an hour or two, and then things go back to normal. I do not know why that worked, but it did. And I don't understand things anymore. God, if I did not love the quest so much, I would not have bothered. I'd be like, okay, guess we're not being thieves anymore. Good show, everyone. But okay, we have, as you've clearly seen, cleared all the chests, which makes this perfect for whatever we have planned. I do not know. I just take it one step at a time. I have a little guess of what I'm going to do with this, but we'll see how it goes. But anyways, we should get to doing what you're all here for, like the one or two of you. Hi, Iron Golem. Thanks for joining, I guess. We're going to get started reading the 13th chapter of Animorphs number 13, The Change by Kay Applegate. Okay. I have everything set up just to record, but now let me get the Kindle all up. Woo! Okay. Charahami and Ket Halpak were reunited in the shelter of the cave. We were all... Oh god, sorry, that is not a good start. Let me start over again. Don't know what's happening with me. I don't need your judgmental glare, Iron Golem. Charahami and Ket Halpak were reunited in the shelter of the cave. We were all exhausted and scared and confused, but we also had that slightly lunatic rush that comes from cheating death. Marco and Cassie were both praying about being late getting home, and everyone was getting close to the 2-hour morphine limit. But despite all that, it was kind of sweet seeing the two Hork-Bajir together. They didn't exactly hug. I guess hugging doesn't work all that well when you have blades all over. Ket Halpak did touch the healing wound Jarahami had made in his own head. Look, we have to get out of here, Rachel said. She was still in her Hork-Bajir form. I'll be grounded for the weekend if I don't get home. And I have the feeling we're going to be busy this weekend, so I can't get grounded. Your mom wouldn't ground a Packard Foundation outstanding student, would she? I asked. There was a kind of embarrassed silence. I wasn't supposed to know about Rachel's award. It's not that big a deal, Rachel said. She looked down at the ground. What do we do about these guys? God, I am just giving the worst deliveries imaginable this time around. Let me start that paragraph over. What do we do about these guys? Jake asked. He was still in tiger morph. There were scratches and cuts on his sinuous orange and black fur. While I was off rescuing Ket Hallpack, there had been a skirmish between the rest of my friends and some controllers. No one had been hurt. But once again, I wasn't there when the real fighting started. You guys, go on home, I told the others. I'll keep watch over our Hork-Bajir friends here. You can't keep watch all night, Rachel protested. Hey, I have nothing else to do. I'll take a perch in the tree by the cave entrance. Not a problem. I will help keep watch too, Axe chimed in. Let's, go outside and talk about this, Jake said. To the Hork-Bajir, he said, Jara and Ket, you have to stay in this cave till we come and get you. Tomorrow sometime. What will you do with Ket Hallpack and Jara Hami? Jara asked. We really don't know yet, Jake answered honestly. We will wait. Here. We Falana. We thank you, Ket said. Outside it had definitely turned dark now. No stars in the sky yet. But it was just a matter of minutes. Everyone demorphed while Axe and I kept a nervous watch. I'm going to drink some water. Okay. Okay, where was I? Where? That's great. Where am I? Ah. If one do more vlogs. Okay, I can see where I am now. I'm sorry. Oh. Okay, so what do we do about this? Jake asked once everyone but me was normal again. I kept pace with the others by flitting from branch to branch. I let them walk a little way ahead, then fly a few yards ahead of them and wait till they caught up. Let's see, is it going dark again? Okay, never mind. Phoenix. Bless you, Jorah! Bless you! Bless you! Bless you! Okay, let me start over at Jake again. Sorry, Jorah's really sneezing. I gave them all a nice little spray today, so doing what I can. Okay, so what do we do about this? Jake asked, once everyone but me was normal again. I kept pace with the others by flitting from branch to branch. I let them walk a little way ahead, then fly a few yards ahead of them and wait till they caught up. We have 2 real live aliens, Rachel said. We could take them to the media. How can you deny There is a Yeerk conspiracy when you see those two. There is already a real, live alien among you. Axe pointed out. Me. But I have learned about human society. Humans invent all sorts of things that are not true. I have seen photographs of aliens in human newspapers. Do most people believe them? Those aren't real newspapers, Marco said. No one with half a brain believes those supermarket tabloids. And how do we know which newspapers and which TV networks are already infiltrated by the Yeerks? Cassie said. We could end up handing the Hork-Bajir right back to the Yeerks. Well, what exactly are we going to do with Romeo and Juliet back there? Marco asked sarcastically. Rent them an apartment? Buy them a house? Get them jobs? I mean, they are just slightly obvious. You know, people are going to notice them if they start shopping at the mall. We all laughed, but it was a brief laugh. The truth is, he didn't know what to do. Those two may be the only free Hork-Bajir in all the galaxy, Axe said. The only two free Hork-Bajir in existence. Like members of an endangered species, Cassie said thoughtfully. The last two free Hork-Bajir may be the last hope of their kind. Oh man, Marco groaned. Cassie, don't start in with the ecology stuff, okay? Those are not a pair of spotted owls or humpback whales back there. I must stop here, Axe said. We are close to the edge of the forest. Everyone stopped, even though they all were real anxious to get home to be yelled at by their various parents. No one left. What Cassie said may be true, Jake pointed out. These two are an endangered species. What do you do with an endangered species? Cassie shrugged. You find them a safe, protected environment, and then you hope they have lots of little Hork-Bajir. And somehow the species survives. Sorry, there's drama in another room. Sorry, got distracted for half a second. Hello? This is Earth? Marco said. There is no safe place for an alien that looks like a mix of gargoyle and a lawnmower. Yes, there is, I said. 4 human heads and 1 Andalite set of eyes all turned to stare up at me. Where? Rachel asked. I know a place. Way up in the mountains. A valley. Hang on. I'm going to need to restart that paragraph after drinking. Okay. Sorry, it felt like my throat was going a little dry there. Anyways, let's get back to it. I know a place. Way up in the mountains. A valley. There are caves and freshwater streams. It's hidden. The picture of the place was clear in my mind. I could see it perfectly. I saw a beautiful waterfall. I saw tall trees that practically blotted out the sky in some areas, and a wide meadow filled with wildflowers. In my mind, I could even imagine the place being home to Hork-Bajir. Maybe we could take them there, I suggested. Jake shrugged. We don't have any better plan. Right now, I need to think about what story I'm going to tell my dad when I get home. Marco said. Tomorrow, we can worry about taking Adam and Eve, Hork-Bajir, off to Tobias's Garden of Eden. Not a bad description, I thought. That was a little what the valley was like. I could see the place as clearly in my mind as any place I had ever been. There was just one little problem. I'd never been there. I'd never actually seen it. And I had no idea where the lovely pictures in my mind had come from. And that's the end of chapter 13 of Animorphs number 13, The Change by K.A. Applegate. Yeah, we get to the end of the lovely chapter. Nice, happy chapter with Tobias having a breakdown. I mean, it's been a really odd series of events for Tobias. I mean, it all starts with him going on a nice little date with his girlfriend, you know, trying to do something normalish, you know, for someone who's trapped in the body of a red-tailed hawk. And then suddenly he's thrust into rescuing these two Hork-Bajir. Then after that, when he's decides, hey, I'm going to fight alongside my friends, no matter the personal risk to myself, he gets whisked away somewhere else, like somewhere where he can do some good. But still, he was in the fight with his friends. And now, he can see the perfect place for the Hork-Bajir, but he doesn't know where these visions are coming from. So, you know, he is not having a good time at all. Just... Is there a green thing that glows here? Like sea life. Oh, here we go. See how this... Oh, yeah, that'll work good. So let's see. Yeah, he's not having a good time at all. And I'm sorry, I paused there, but it was like, how do I talk about that without spoiling things? I'm like, oh, I can do that. No, I really can't. I can't do that. So yeah, I like Jera and Ket, the Hork-Bajir couple. And let me try to figure out a good place to put the little glowing lights. I think that would be better. Like, I just saw not Ket, but Jera being a little more, you know, suspicious. Actually, no. No big lines like that, little bits and pieces. Where Ket is more welcoming. Like, I do like how the Hork-Bajir show affection, like as Tobias points out. It's like, you can't be all, you know, physical like a human if, you know, you have a body like the Hork-Bajir, so. You know, I can't just go up and hug. Hey, you're covered with blades. Hi. Yeah, but that was so cute. Just, you know, Ket touching his, you know, the wound on Jara's head. That was just totally adorable. That was one of the cutest things I have ever read. So do we need to put more things on the floors? That's good. I think that's good. Maybe we should put a tree here of some kind. Bone meal. Bone meal. We need some bone meal. Oh, here we go. But yeah. And Cassie is, you know, being Cassie with... you know, trying to... looking at it from an ecological standpoint of... okay, they're endangered species, that's adorable. Sorry, can't focus on multiple things apparently. But she's looking at things of, you know, this is really strange, off-putting, everything else, but at the same time, Cassie's mind, you know, goes to what she understands the most, and in which case it's all the... it's, well, I don't know how to... No, I'm just speaking out of my ass. Sorry. I'll close that up. Let's put flowers here. I love these so much, but yeah, let's see. Cassie, I like the conversation when Marco interjects because she's talking about things like, hey, it's sort of sweet, adorable, and then Marco's like, Cass, please, not now. The great thing is, Jake's then like, oh, I accidentally did more than one. Oh, did not mean to do that. Oh god, sorry, I'm getting distracted by the bees, but the conversation where they finally decide what to do. they're like, Cassie's talking ecology, and Marco's like, please, not now. And Jake's actually got like, and a good boyfriend, honestly. Hey, yeah, okay, you're right, Cassie, what do we do? And, you know, then they're going to the what needs to be done, and Marco's like the voice of reason, like, listen, dude, that's great, but there's no place to bring a Hork-Bajir. And then Tobias just gets this vision and probably scared out of his mind. I just see Tobias being more snappish because it's easier to deal with, you know, anger than fear, and he doesn't want to admit to the group what's going on, you know, just yet. I think he's, you know, Tobias is both scared, but also, you know, just see him snapping at Marco just because everything gets too much. You know, everything that's going on in his life. Yeah. Yeah, those ramblings. Ketahalpak and Jarhami are the cutest couple. I don't know how to form a coherent sentence, and Tobias is scared out of his mind. I think those are the cliff notes of whatever the fuck I was rambling on about. God, this is a bee-infested house now. And we're going to fix up this room next. Okay, so that's my whole ramblings. I hope you enjoyed that. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Anyways, let's see. So, you know, if you're watching this on Twitch or YouTube, do the whole things of liking and subscribing, you know, give me all that good attention. And, oh, so for my question for this video, let's see, what would be a good question, huh? Do you think, okay, the question for this video is, at this point in time, do you think that Tobias should tell the group, you know, he's about the strangeness of what's going on and to bring that up? You know, do you think he should still be hiding things from the group now? Do you think, you know, do you think that the whole, hey, the whole ending up where he didn't mean to end up was enough? Like, oh god, hang on. Actually, you know, I'm not going to expand upon that question anymore because I feel like I am starting to ramble again. And I want to at least appear to be, you know, semi-intelligent. So I'm just going to keep the question short to, do you think Tobias should tell the group, you know, right now about everything weird going on? Or do you think Tobias is right in keeping this whole thing a secret for now? You know, comment down below. You know, let's start a nice little discussion. And if you also want me to expand on anything else in the chapter, or you want my opinions on things I didn't discuss about the chapter today, you know, comment, you know, down below, let me know. But please remember, for this series, I really, really want to keep it spoiler free, as possible. Because I'm hoping against hope that people discover the Animorphs series via these Jash Reads episodes. It's a long shot, but we might get, new fans, and I don't want them spoiled. So. And I'm now going to get started on reading the links. So, if you're watching this live on Twitch, know that these links will be added after the stream, shortly after the stream. And if you're watching this on the YouTubes, the links are already there, so you don't really need to worry about that. Let's see, Mike. This is good. So, oh yeah, before I get started on reading the links, I should add a little warning that some of these links will be links to Amazon associate links. So if you find an Amazon associate link, know that the original creators get paid as well as I get a little something from it. Before I put those vines in, I sort of wanna... Hey! Danny! Alright, before I get started, I'm going to have to put Danny in timeout. I love you too, girl. There you go. Hey Google, set 1 hour timer.
Okay, 1 hour. Starting now.
Okay, so the first link should surprise no one. It's to buy your very own copy of Animorphs number 13, The Change by K.A. Applegate. Now, Animorphs is hands down my favorite book series of all time. I'm not joking about that, No, I'm not getting paid to say that. God, if I could get paid for, promoting Animorphs, that would be amazing, but, that's not exactly what's going on. Yeah, Animorphs is my favorite series of all time, hands down. It's one of those rare books that really holds up, well, both as an adult and as, a kid. And if you're an adult, you honestly see the series one way, and as an adult another, and it's so if you're an adult and you're a parent and you're deciding whether or not to buy the book for your kid, and you're just like, oh my god, this is so disturbing, just know that kids will look at the book differently than you are, and it's there are some points where I did my first reread of the series after, a while. And there were certain parts where I'm just like, how the hell did I read this? Why don't I remember this as well as, I should. Like, I think that moment should have a little more impact to me and scar me, but I was like, oh, this is great. I was like, what the heck? So, yeah. I just know that my dramatic reading is, just an interpretation, and I'm sort of limited by my talent or lack thereof, and I think today's reading was very much a lack thereof situation. Oh, you babies show support for Mama? Oh, you're so cute. So yeah, that's my... So that's the first link. So let's get to the second link. And the second link is to my Twitter account. Yeah, I'm still just on Twitter. I might be moving to Blue Sky in the future, but I really can't make any promises. It's just really hard for me to start new sites. So yeah. That's why I'm still over there. Okay, I think that's all I'm going to be signing today. Doop doop. And, oh yeah, for Twitter, I was just like, oh, I feel guilty about not being on Blue Sky right now. But anyways, you can come over there, talk to me like all day and all night about Animorphs. You will not bore me. And if you somehow are able to bore me, talk about Animorphs, honestly, you get a reward, dude. But just know that the whole no spoiler thing really only applies to Jash reads and not when, I talk about the series elsewhere, so. If you don't want certain things spoiled, you're going to need to have to tell me before we start talking, or else I will definitely spoil things. No doubt about it. Also, I have a bunch of other nerdy interests, so... So, you can talk to me about a wide range of things. Please give me attention. The next link is to my Patreon. Now, my Patreon is what helps supports these streams. These Jash reads, Skyrim, Alan Wake, etc. All the odd things I do on my blog. And, of course, the books I'm releasing, so. There's some tiers. So, $3 and a $5 tier, so you can see some things ahead of time. So that's neat, right? Right? I'm neat. And the last link last but certainly not least is... Why am I holding fire? Ah, sword spare. Oh shit. Never mind. Nothing happened. Anyways, the last link, last certainly not least, is to my original book series, Kafka's Men. It's a reverse harem series, so if you like, you know, romantic angst, body horror, more angst, and you like slow burns, because I'm currently writing the 8th book in the series. We haven't met the men, you know, Kafka ends up with by the end. So it's 8th book in the series, so if you like slow burns, you'll like this. If you really hate slow burns, please read and give me money. But anyways, that is going to be it for this time around. I was actually worrying whether or not I'd be doing any Jash reads, just because it was a hectic week. But, you know, things ended up good, so woo! Well, sort of good. So, I hope you all had a lovely day, that you know, I continue to do well, you continue to watch me, and if my dramatic reading actually made you start reading Animorphs, please tell me, because honestly, if the answer is yes, that will just make my day. So, until next time, whenever that may be, goodbye.